everybody. Welcome to Undergroundopolis. Thank you for watching tonight's episode brought to you by Anchor.fm, StreamYard, Myrtle's Music, viewers and listeners like you. If viewers like this show and you want to support it for as little as 99 cents a month, there's a link on the Anchor site and where you can do just that. Thank you to those who do. Tonight we're going to be discussing a few things, but first make a few little announcements. Monday nights, Bourbon Barrel Tavern down there in E-Town, Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Open mic night, 7 to 10 p.m. It actually says 7 to question mark, but I think it's 10. Every Monday night. Our Lady of Perpetual Hops just started their new open mic on Tuesday nights last week in New Albany, Indiana. And they started it back up. They were doing that pre-pandemic. And I used to attend it. It's a fun open mic. But it's 7 to 10. Tuesdays at Boom Ba's in the Highlands, Louisville, with my buddy Mark Conover hosting their open mic. Floyd Brewing Company in New Albany, Indiana, on Wednesday nights, which is the one I've been attending since the season ended on Dundee Taverns, which I was hosting, but I still go out to open mics even if I'm not hosting them. So that's the one I've been attending because it's pretty close to my house. Oh, the Oreos in the Highlands on Wednesday nights in Louisville. Golden Nugget once again by my buddy Mark Conover. Wednesday nights at the Golden Nugget, one of the oldest bars in Louisville. I don't know if that's true or not, but it's been there a long time. Flanagan's Ale House on Thursday nights, 8 to 10 in the Highlands there in Louisville. Air Devil's Inn, which is definitely one of the oldest bars in Louisville. It's right there, out there by Bowman Field. Every Wednesday night, 8 to question mark. And the reason we're talking so much about open mics because my guest is going to talk about it too. I'm just going to I'm segueing into it. I'm going to bring her on. Tell us who you are, where you're from.
Hi, Rob. Hey, everybody out there. I am C4 and I'm from Nashville, Tennessee.
All right. How is the name C4?
I'm Cecilia. My mother's Cecilia. My grandmother's Cecilia. My great-grandmother's Cecilia. My great-great-grandmother's Cecilia.
Oh, wow.
And so when I was born, my dad came in and we were all there. And he said, there's too many of you, C1, C2, C3, C4. And here I am. Yeah. It's like Bubba, only C4.
Okay, I forgot to ask if you mind viewer Q&A, which I can't imagine why you wouldn't.
If what?
If you mind viewer Q&A, I forgot to ask that.
No, I don't mind that at all. That's
okay.
Awesome. Yeah.
We'll put the ticker up.
Okay.
Matt Jagger's comment said that Air Devil's Inn opened in 1934. I said, I knew it was an old one. You just
Good to know.
You kind of tell by looking at it.
Yeah.
We'll start out with the easy questions. Who did you see on TV, on stage or on TV, whatever, and you saw somebody playing an instrument or something? And you said, I want to do that. Who would that influence be?
Well, actually, it was my mother. She was in a lot of plays and productions when I was a child, and I'd watch her practice a lot. Then I was in a lot of plays and productions, singing, Annie and Cats. And then one night I was going to bed. I was young, a child, and I was going up the stairs to sleep, and I heard Hell is for Children. I think it was on Saturday Night Live or something like that. And I was gripped. I was done. I was like, this is me. So,
Who is that? Pat Benatar?
I believe so, yes.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And so, I mean, I've been around music my entire life and production, and I've been on stage really my whole life. And then I started even doing horse shows at 12 years old too. So I've always been in front of people performing, either on stage or in a chorus, never church, but in a chorus. And then I started partying and I stopped performing and became just part of the music scene. And then when I got sober, I had kids and I wanted to write some of my own music. And never wanted to be a guitar player and I didn't want to learn standards. I just wanted to make songs up and sing them, much to the chagrin of many, many people. And it just turned into, here I am in Nashville, singing songs I write in front of people.
That's awesome, though. Did you grow up in Nashville?
No, I grew up I'm half Persian. Okay. So I grew up, my earliest memory of singing along to something besides my mother was Leo Sayer, When I Need Love. And I remember just being a wee lass in Iran, and I would just sing it over and over and over. And I've just been singing my whole life. So, and then I've just been performing basically my whole life, except for that little drug stint that I lived through. So
it takes away everything, doesn't it? That stuff.
Yeah, I just if I wasn't addicted to the drugs, I probably could have capitalized on that because I could have been a little punk rock singer in DC. I mean, I really could have turned it into something. A lot of my friends got very famous and they capitalized on that time by taking a lot of pictures, not being as insane as I was. And so I've missed a lot of opportunity for sure. And I put myself in just really dangerous situations that I would never want my child to get into. So, yeah, it does kill, rob, and destroy. Yes.
Well, how would you describe the music you make on your what is it, Reverb Nation?
Yeah.
Alt country, Americana, Christian.
Yeah. I really wanted to be a punk rocker, and I opened my mouth and all this like folk and country came out, and I was really mad at God. I was like, "You made me country. Why have you forsaken me?" Yeah, I grew up on a horse farm in Maryland, and in Maryland, you listen to rock and roll. You don't listen to country music. Like you don't. But so I was flabbergasted that I was Americana country. And I really, when I first started writing and going out, I would wear these Kiss boots, those big heels that Lady Gaga wears. And I just told people the better I get a guitar, the shorter my heels are going to get. Sort of has happened that way. I told him it was to compensate for my guitar playing because I really made people's ears bleed for a couple of years, vocally and musically. But and I actually recorded the process, and I was proud of recording the process, and I titled it Zero to Rockstar. So if you look on my Reverb Nation page, you'll see videos and songs way down on the bottom of horrible adaptations of songs that you hear higher up on my Reverb Nation. And that's just because I really wanted to express to people that if you have a dream and you want to pursue something, of course you're going to suck at first, and things take blood, sweat, and tears, and you have to apply yourself and practice, and and if then you can turn it into something that you're proud of, and that's what I've done.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have a particular creative process?
Generally, sometimes a song will just come to me, the whole song. Poor Little Mary. I actually had to sue my dad, which was horrible. And right after that whole incident, I was picking my children up from school, and we only live a few miles from the school, and within 3 miles, I'd written this whole song in my mind. And I know it was about him and just kind of summing it up for me. And then I just went around kind of humming it to my kids to try to get some sort of flow. Sometimes I'll be writing one song and then get 2 or 3 other songs out of it that want to be written rather than what I want to write. And sometimes I'll write the melody first and then the lyrics, or the lyrics and the melody. And sometimes they just come together.
Well,
One song, yeah.
Go ahead.
One song I wrote, I called it B flat, but I think Only Heaven Knows is that song. And I was at a laundromat in Houston, and there was a bunch of beautiful Mexican ladies. And I had the little Martin backpacker, and my little children were running around, and I was trying to write. And you could tell they were kind of pushing me into a sound. And so that's how I came up with that song. I wrote that at the laundromat based on my environment. So environment really does make a difference often for me.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what is your most favorite show you've ever played? So it's a great question.
It's a great question. The first thing that came to mind are my fundraisers. I do a lot of fundraisers, especially pre-pandemic. I raise money for homeless people and drug addicts. And I get to put together, I don't know if you can see behind me, I have got these posters I made of all these amazing artists that come out and play for free, to raise money to help others. And those are my shining achievements, because it's a gathering of people for a good cause, and everybody just shows up out of the goodness of their heart. So I would say, catfish fundraisers for the firemen, and fundraisers, I would say, are my favorite shows to play, because it's just a spirit of giving, no pressure, no hype, and they're just glad you're here.
Well, here's the counter question: What's your least favorite performance? Probably one of my favorite questions.
I don't like playing 2 or 3 hour shows all by myself. I like to practice for 2 or 3 hours all by myself. But my set is so varied. I have stuff is very kind of hardcore. And then I have some super eclectic stuff, and then everything in between. And so practicing alone for 2 or 3 hours helps me just kind of continue to get my range and stay fresh. But playing alone for 2 hours it's not my thing. I'd much rather have a group of people with me.
Would you say you preferred the studio or the stage?
Stage.
Oh, yeah. Why?
I lived in Muscle Shoals, Alabama for a year and a half, and they are a recording town, and they play a lot together, but they play in people's houses, and it's like potluck, and they're all hit songwriters. They're very famous people, and I loved it, but it's not what I want to do. I want to write songs and play them in front of people. And so Houston was very good for that, and Nashville's very good for that. It is a performer's paradise. Basically, you can get out in front of people all the time and play for them. And it helps me be a better artist. And I want to be in front of people.
Facebook viewer Matt Jaggers, my buddy Matt, has his own Matt Show podcast.
Cool.
He says, I am suffering from a major case of writer's block. Do you have any ideas to get over the hump?
I write a song about being blocked. A. B. Write a song that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Just, like random Beatles type, where they just talk about yellow submarines and weird random things. You have to take your imagination and either push it to one end or the other and get it more flexible to allow stuff to come in, or just take a break. Just stop for a little while and write down little thoughts. And also, you probably have notebooks full of lyrics and things that you could be pulling out and working on also. Instead of trying to create new stuff, you could take some of your old stuff and, put it into some form.
Yeah, I'd say Mr. Jaggers probably does have books of songs
that
he hasn't looked at.
Most writers do. That's probably what he needs to do then. Just go get in a book and start piecing together like pieces of a puzzle, all the lines. Magpies was like that. Um, I took different songs and different experiences and different lines driving around Houston, and I put them into a song. It was partly about my experience living in Colorado, where I literally saw magpies and blackbirds fighting in the woods. And then I would go to my Liz Henry was a friend of mine. She was my drummer, and you could see her backyard over the overpass, And I'd go to practice all the time, and I could see her backyard over driving over the overpass, and I was like. And then in Houston, they have a highway that says last free exit. And I was like, okay. So I just put pieces together and made a story that worked out. So, yeah.
Well, I was talking about. I went on extensively about open mics before I brought you on. There's a reason for that. You are hosting your own open mic in Nashville, and it's on
Yes.
Saturday night.
It's on
Right?
Wednesday and Saturday. Yep.
I mean,
Absolutely.
I've been
Yeah.
to I've been to a couple of open mics in Nashville, and they're usually pretty damn immaculate. I was a little intimidated to get up in front of some of these because I knew some of these people had done something really big, even though it was like and some of them were really good. But well,
Well, Rob, yeah. Go ahead.
go talk about your open mic. Let's hear about it.
First of all, most of the people in Nashville are really, really nice people. And they're always looking to connect with other people. And so you don't have to be daunted by them. And obviously, every scene is a microcosm of the macrocosm. So you're going to have a couple of bad apples, but you just stay away from those people. Sometimes you get around people that only want to be around people that are charting and doing all that, and that's fine. That's their thing. That's not my thing. I don't care about making a chart or getting published. I'm living my dream. So yes, somehow I've fallen into being a wonderful host. I don't know why, but I'm kind of good at it. And I was doing Nashvox every Wednesday, and I was supposed to be by myself for 2 hours, and I just didn't want to do that. So I turned it into a writer's night. And then it was just getting too cold. And my friend Scott Barrier said, hey, I was telling him I'm looking for a place to have an open mic. And he said, well, I just got offered one, and I'm too busy. Do you want to take it? And I was like, yeah. And so I met the owner of the restaurant, and he liked me, and we started doing it 3-4 weeks ago, I think now, and he's loving it. He says I'm professional and I bring good acts in, and by good acts, Rob, I don't want to discourage you. I mean everybody. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you have a heart to get up on stage and play a few songs. I encourage it because I know how much I was laughed at when I first started, and how many people would literally get up and walk away. They told me I should just stop, that I should learn covers first if I'm going to ever sing an original, like I was committing some blasphemy.
Yeah.
And I just said, hey man, like it's an open mic, like who cares? Why are you bothering me? And so it's okay to just do what you love. And if you want to come out and play a few songs, I would love you too. All of you.
What's the place called?
Copper Branch. It's a vegan restaurant in downtown Nashville, and they do serve beer. So for those who do drink beer, they have beer there. And it's a very nice environment. It's from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. Wednesday and Saturday. And it's just a good time. I have people that won't sign up with me, but they show up every week to get on. So I have to do this balancing act of getting enough artists in there to take up time, but also leave space open. It's this kind of interesting. It's interesting. Normally I do 2 hours, but he wanted 3 and an open mic. And I was like, why not? So here we are. And it's fun. I love it.
How long do you get? The one I went to, you got to play one song. You had to draw a number out of a hat.
Oh yeah, I know that one. KLOL 100, Lightning 100 or something.
Mm. It was a bar. It's been probably 4 years since
It
since
was
that
probably
night.
either Lightning 100. Bluebird gives you 2 songs. It was probably Lightning 100, the rock station. But yeah, I don't want to ever be like that. So technically we're 6 to 9 p.m., but I usually overbook. So I tell someone to come at 5:30 and they can play for 30 minutes if they want to,
Cool.
which ends up being like 15 or 20 usually. And, but yeah, people can show up early. I'll put them on stage. I need to sound check and, and I don't mind. I get there at 4 o'clock. I'm usually done by 5 now, and I just sit around for an hour. So I always love and encourage people to come early if they want to play a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, that is very awesome because it's like, that's always been the problem I have with open mics personally. It's like, why don't you ever do it on a weekend? Well, all the musicians I know are already busy on the weekends, but
right.
Or the places that have music, they want to have a band for 4 hours.
Right. Yeah. 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 It's good to have it on the weekend, especially in Nashville, because you get people that are traveling through, and to allow anybody to get on stage in Nashville, Tennessee, and play songs. I literally get to make people's dreams come true, and that's the best feeling in the world. And I make a fuss of them. I take pictures and I post them, and I'm always happy to have people and help them live their dream.
Well, no, that's really great.
Mm-hmm.
And I make the occasional trip to Nashville on the weekends. So
you better come.
I will. I'll tell you I'm coming.
Okay. Speaking of, Rob has like 3 kittens right now, and it's almost Christmas. So if you know anybody that wants a kitten for Christmas, there's a song right there. Tell your buddy to write that.
Mr. Jagger's right about getting a kitten for Christmas there.
Yeah.
He's still on, I believe.
That's cool.
What is the best musical advice you've ever been given? Other than buy a dolly.
For sure. First, let me tell you this. I've played all over the country and Canada. And in Louisiana, I've never, ever once carried my own instrument into a club, ever. I don't know what it is about Louisiana. The minute I get there and people see instruments, they run and they grab my stuff and carry it in for me. And it blows my mind. But let's see here. I forgot the question. I'm sorry.
The best musical advice you've ever been given.
The best musical advice I give from my own experience is have fun, enjoy what you're doing, and do it for you alone first. That's my advice to people. The best advice I ever got was from my songwriting teacher at Evans Music City, Norman. I started dabbling in pedals, and like I was getting into the whole like pedals and scales and, looping and all this stuff. And he said, okay. He said, look, this is all well and good, but I just want you to know something. You're going to be out in the middle of nowhere. The power's going to go out and you're going to have to play all those songs by yourself without your pedals. And you better know how to play them without all the pedals. So I was like, yeah, you're probably right. I get all this technical fancy mumbo jumbo and then I can't, I get on stage and there's no power. And then I'm pretty much screwed. I better know my songs and make them decent without, all the pedals first. And then I can add whatever.
All right. You going to play us a song?
I will. I don't know what to play you.
What's your most personal song?
Silver Spoon is my favorite song right now. It's a prayer about a junkie girl, who just can't stop doing dope, and she's just at the end of her rope. And I'm just praying for her that she makes it through the night and makes it. So
let's play that one.
All right. The room was dark from her shadow hanging over her, controlling her every move. The rent was due 3 weeks ago. She's got no place left to go, and they're knocking on her door. She grew up in a fine family, had the best of everything a silver spoon could bring. But now she's lying on that floor, and they're knocking on her door. From the silver spoon to the silver needle, ain't nobody can set her straight. No, she's too far gone to even notice. And oh Lord, I hope she don't lose this fight. Well, her family's love is strong, but it's not enough. So they go to church, y'all, and they pray to Jesus to shine on her his redeeming light, to knock down her door tonight. Well, she's been down this road such a long time. She's been down so long she can't see the turn around. And she's praying too while she's lying on that floor, 'cause she can't stop. She can't stop wanting more. From the silver spoon to the silver needle, ain't nobody can set her straight. She's too far gone to even notice. Oh Lord, I hope she don't lose this fight. And oh Lord, I hope she don't lose this fight. So if you could just put under your Christmas tree one of Rob's kittens and and a little prayer for a suffering person, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you. And come out to my open mic.
Well, I'm going to come down sometime.
Good. Bring your guitar.
That was great. That was absolutely great.
Thanks.
Yeah, you want to add a Bandcamp or website? Huh?
Reverb Nation, the C4 band, THE C4 band. Really, that's where my music is. It's all free. I mean, pretty to listen to. I'm pretty sure it's all free to listen to.
Yeah, it is.
And you can reach me on Facebook. So FYI, spell my name C-4, but on Facebook, I'm CEEFOR, Ebrahimi. And you can just contact me. And if you give me your phone number, I can text you a nice song list of nice songs I have. I'd be glad to do that.
All right.
Yeah.
You've been an absolutely great interview. Thank you so much for giving me a little bit of your time. Anything else you want to talk about before we wrap it up?
I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody and stay safe out there. And Rob, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you. Undergroundopolis, you're amazing. Thank you for all you do.
It's not about me. It's about the people that come on and the people that watch. It's for some reason it keeps growing.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Before I let you go, I'm going to ask you for a couple of favors.
Okay.
One is to make me a soundbite.
Okay.
What you'll say is, "This is C4 Ebrahimi, and you're tuned in to Undergroundopolis."
Okay.
That's what
I'll
you'll
have
say.
my kids teach me that. I don't know how to make one, but I'm going to.
No, you just say it right here, and I'll clip it out.
Okay. Hey everybody, this is C4 Ebrahimi, and you're watching Undergroundopolis with Rob Lyon.
Perfect. Except I said perfect too soon.
Do you want me to say it again for you?
Yeah, would you?
Yeah. Hey everybody, this is C4 Ebrahimi, and you are watching Undergroundopolis with Rob Lyon.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
The corny joke of the week segment, it'll be the same format. This is C4 Ebrahimi, and here's your joke of the week.
Okay. Hey everybody, this is C4 Ebrahimi, and this is your corny joke of the week. What do you get when you shake an egg? Ba-dum-bum, a dizzy chick.
Thank you so much. I'll let you get out of here. I'll let you get on out of here. Thank you everybody for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, or on Facebook, hit that thumbs up button for us. Subscribe, follow, like, whatever it is you do. And we will see you next Monday.
Yeah. Bye.